I've started a new photography project, and I talked to you about this. I've been making videos on the Photo Videos channel, and while that has elements of the work, it also is a lot of parts content. And I'm like, I want to make work, something that is not content. And so, I am aspiring to turn this into a book or a zine or something at some point. But I've been really drawn to these old rundown satellite dishes, not the direct TV ones that people have in their houses, but the bigger ones from the 80s,
industrial comm dishes,
70s, industrial comm. But then the ones that, that have there's a couple properties around Omaha where those people 20, 30 years ago lived out in the middle of nowhere, but now all the urban sprawl has caught up to them.
Yeah.
But because they lived out in the middle of nowhere, if they wanted TV, they had to have a big, huge satellite dish. Yeah. And so they'll still be in their yard or mounted to the roof of a business that was, whatever. And there's something about them that just draws me in, and I'm just giving into it by taking photographs of them. Well, there's one in Bellevue off of Old Fort Crook Road, and it's this massive satellite dish behind this huge complex. I don't know what the complex was originally for, if it was government, if it was a school thing, if it was an old TV station, I don't know what, but it's a big giant white like from the movie Contact, like SETI Alpha 6, is that right? There's SETI, whatever the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, the radio thing, satellite dishes. This thing's huge. And I'm just like, I'm going to make a photo project where this is the anchor to all these different satellite dish photos I take. So I'll go there, park the truck on a residential street. There's a public easement that's grassy, and I take photographs of kind of wide. I'll either do it on 28 millimeter or 50 millimeter, but it's still a pretty wide shot even with the 50. Satellite dish, a truck. There's a weird little playground. I think there's a Christian school or something that's over there. All this stuff. So I'm taking photographs, and I go back to my truck. This is on a Sunday morning. I go back to my truck, and I can see the satellite dish through the budding trees, and there's a house, and there's a dog sitting there. And I'm like, oh, that's a shot. So I take the shot, and then I go to get in my truck, and I see a car coming, and I'm skinnying up because it's narrow and thinking they're going to drive by. Well, this person just stops, and I'm looking in through the windshield, and I'm and this woman's got her phone up, she's filming me or taking pictures of me. And I'm like, okay. So I'm still looking at her. She drops the phone, and she goes, and she's mouthing, I'm calling the cops. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So she drives by me, stops, opens her door, takes a photo of the back of my truck because she's trying to get the license plate and my vehicle description, a picture of me. And I'm like, she has the door. I'm like, why are you calling the police? And she shuts the door and drives off. And I'm just sitting there
am I just out of practice, or are you just the unluckiest person in the world?
I must be. I think I don't do myself any help by being sort of prominent in my stature. I'm 6'4". I got long hair. I'm a big guy. I'm wearing pretty much all black.
Yeah.
I don't have a light button down. So I think anytime you're wearing black, psychologically that communicates to people something villainous, like a Darth Vader vibe or something.
You got to learn a couple of phrases of Russian just to
I do. Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. And I got a black truck. They've seen me there before, I guess. I've actually gone into the parking lot and photographed the satellite dish in front of a police officer parked in the parking lot. Police officer didn't give a shit. He didn't come up to me. He didn't, hey, what you doing?
Yeah.
Nothing. Because I'm not doing anything wrong.
You're completely within every right that you have to do that.
Now in the parking lot, and we won't spend too much time on this, but it is private property. I can take a photograph there, but if the property owner was like, hey, don't do that, get out of here, and I refuse.
The citizen can't do that.
Yeah, then I'm trespassing, and then we've got some criminal stuff going on there. But I'm on a public easement. My truck is parked legally on a public street. And this woman, I don't know if she thinks, the sinister thing is me, casing the place to steal something or to perform an act of terrorism. There is a school attached. But it was Sunday morning. There's no kids there. Does she think I'm getting ready to plan a school shooting or some kind of thing on the school?
Who knows? She probably has 12 narratives in her head.
Yeah.
And that's her problem.
But there seemed to be from her this energy of I see someone doing something wrong or suspicious, and like I'm going to be the hero that takes care of this.
Well, remember the conversation we had about like it was the conversation we had not long ago about when people feel like it was you were talking about if you wanted to share your story of getting
of the guy attacking me,
and it's like people just want to feel important, and that was probably just her way of being like, I know that you're bad, and I'm gonna be this great person to come in and
I'm gonna have an exciting story to tell my friends, and I'm gonna I'm like, she's gotta be posting this to Facebook groups, like this guy keeps taking pictures of this place,
and you're probably out there on Facebook right now,
right?
And like, look at this weirdo. If you see it,
here's his license plate number.
Honestly, that's an interesting project in and of itself. I know, like, and good for her. You know, she's getting something. She gets to feel special. Like,
right.
Is it goofy? Yeah, it's pretty goofy. But it's like, you know, she gets to be the hero in her story, and oh, look at this guy. I'm neighborhood watch and part of this community, and this, you know, weird guy is out here.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean,
interesting.
Even the day that I was attacked by that guy, there were 2 other incidents with people during that photography session. One where I was photographing a public playground in between 2 apartment buildings, and the woman was like filming me from her window after she saw me outside. And again, I'm wearing all black. I've got a purple digicam. I get that it's like a little odd that this guy's going around taking photos. I get that.
I can't tell, is it like it, because part of it might just be like, I mean, I'm out of practice. You know, I haven't been out in the last few months, like since winter kind of came on.
Well, it doesn't happen as much downtown.
Yeah, I just wonder if there's like a psyche.
Yeah, because I was
shift.
Just continuing on from where I was, where the woman was filming me while I was taking photographs. Another guy that was like maintenance for a building or something. He like kind of like, I don't want to say aggressively, but with definite strong intention, crossed the street. Not at a crosswalk, after parking his truck on the sidewalk, and got out and was like, "What are you doing?" And it was like half curious, half suspicious, like him being suspicious of me. And I'm like, I'm just out exercising my freedom to take photographs.
So weird.
Well, what are you photographing the building for and all this stuff? And I'm like, I had another guy when I stopped in my truck in Bellevue, and there was like a liquor store that had a really cool, like, I don't know, color scheme on the side of the building, and the light was hitting it right. I rolled down the window and took a photograph, and the guy comes over. He's like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just taking a picture of a building.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, maybe the black truck and my vibe, like people think like, oh, I'm a government official, or I'm like a real estate developer that's going to take photo. Like I'm doing recon and intel gathering on your building
suit or something though. Like that's,
I know, like maybe I need to
very strange,
like experiment with this and change my clothing, just wear a white shirt and see.
If you wore a white shirt, my head would explode.
Yeah.
We should have done that for the 20th.
I have been wearing a light, it's not white, but it's a light colored button down. That's kind of like my summer thing, I guess.
Maybe I'd honestly be curious. Like
so
how funny, like, beige button down gets you no flack, but black button down.
Right. Yeah. Black sweater and a black jacket, black pants. People are just, and I'm not like
a little uneasy about
marveling at the possibility that a man dressed all in black with a black truck kind of triggers people's suspicion or something. There's a reason that our villains typically, especially in archetypal stories and Star Wars and all that, are all in black and all,
the Western, always the black hat.
Yeah, it communicates something. Anyway,
it's interesting.
Episode about curation, but I just wanted to share another run-in with somebody.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
While I'm out taking photos,
because I can't speak on like, is it a cult? Like I just haven't really been out photographing a lot recently. So
got to get you out.
I don't know if it is like a cultural thing that's just maybe people are a little more, or if it's you're just the unluckiest guy.
Yeah. I wonder if you and I go to similar areas together, if we get no flack at all, like, oh, just 2 people hanging out taking pictures. But guy by himself in black, this guy's up to something.
It had been a golden afternoon. And I remember having the familiar conviction that life was beginning over again with the summer and summer.